Alright guys, my name is Brandon and welcome back to the channel, Deconstructing Narcissism. So I got prompted kind of to make this video, and this is going to be another video on the state of the economy and why it's still terrible, and depression, because I'm always going through that. But yeah, I saw I saw a comment on one of my videos. Don't know if I told you guys. I believe I did in a previous video, but I'm starting another job for 17 an hour. It's going to be in my old hometown, unfortunately. I really don't want to pass by there because that's where my parents live, and I don't like going anywhere there. I don't like going anywhere near there anymore. Because of the way, they are, obviously, and the memories I have associated with my hometown and all the people I know that live there. I had bad friends that live there. I used to be friends with those people, and now I'm not. But I guess I wanted to rant about the economy and just how fucking terrible it is, because it really is. It's 2024, new year, new possibilities. I get it. People are, some people are happy, some people are not. I don't know. I'm glad that, I'm glad that this is Biden's last year. Not to get super into politics, but I'm glad this is Biden's last year, and his term is coming to a close, because we need to get this guy out. I don't have any faith. What he's done with the economy. Well, obviously he's not pulling the strings, but what's been done with the economy, people who have been pulling the strings behind the scenes. Biden just reads the teleprompter, but anyway, the state of the economy is really, really fucking bad. Food prices do not seem to be going down in the slightest. Things of everything. The rent is increasing. The food prices are still increasing. The jobs are paying piss poor. The wages are absolutely terrible. There are practically no jobs. And going back to the comment, to this comment I was referring to that I saw in my previous video, I believe it was, it's been a while. I was talking about where I had been at, the things that I've been doing. This guy mentioned, and it's not to knock it on this guy at all, because I'm using his comment as an example and saying that, this guy, because I forgot his username, but he's completely right. Although I'm making 17 an hour on this job, it's not good enough. This wage is not good enough. The wage is not good enough. It won't suffice. The things are just getting too expensive. Rent is getting too expensive. Food is getting too expensive. Housing is getting too expensive. These wages that sufficed 3 years ago, because I remember 3 years ago, I was living in a shoebox apartment in the ghetto, but at least I could afford it by myself on 16 an hour. And then when a year later, I got bumped up to $18.50, and then 20, and I was doing great. I was rolling in money. I was doing great. It doesn't take much to make me happy. Even this apartment in the ghetto, was enough to make, alone, the shoebox apartment was enough to make me happy, just because I had never experienced true freedom away from my parents. I had never had so much freedom in my entire life. Growing up with my parents, I just felt like I was in jail. But it's now fast forward to 2023, and I can't afford a shoebox apartment anymore. It's just technically I could, but it would be the last of my savings. I could apply right now for this shoebox apartment, but it's even more expensive than what I was paying a few years ago, like $800 or $900, and it's in the middle of town, and it's over an hour away to my job. So I'm looking at this room right now that's like kind of like at the halfway point, but it's $650 with all bills included, but it's in this random person's house that's renting out a room, and they kind of have a family. So it's like, as a grown ass man, I don't really feel comfortable doing it, but I don't feel like I have another choice either, because I can't get a better paying job. I These employers don't want to hire me. I've updated my CV, my resume. I feel like I've cleaned it up the best I can. I had a lot of jobs on there to begin with, but I took a lot of them off just because I've been asking people for advice and things that would make my resume look better. And I've been told that, taking, I've been told that, cleaning up your resume via removing a few jobs would help, because employers don't want to see that you have a whole bunch of jobs on there, because it looks like you job hop too much. Um, but Yeah, I've cleaned up my resume. I've sent out cover letters. I've applied for better paying positions. Um, Sometimes I'll get phone calls. I'm requesting, with them requesting more information. Interview, like phone call interviews. And I'll be like, look, I'll be honest about it. I'll be like, hey, like, I don't have any experience. I'm trying to get experience, but I can't get experience without working, and this is the problem. Like, some people, not everybody in my comment sections, but some people are just like, you need to get experience. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I was like, oh, I know that, but I can't get experience without working to get experience. And I don't have time to do free internships. I have bills to pay. I have work to do. I have things that need to be fixed, like my car. I can't just do free internships. I can't work for free anymore. I'm not a little kid. I can't just do chores, gain experience. And I think what it comes down to is, it's just like, in today's economy, if you did not get the experience growing up, then you're pretty much screwed, because employers just want somebody who, it just seems like every employer I apply to, they, even for entry level positions, they want 5+ years of experience in that field, like CNC machining. I have, experience as a machine operator, but not CNC per se. But, every time I apply for a position like that or something else, I always see in the bottom right corner in the requirements box, must have this so and so many years of experience. And sure, you can apply for them. I apply for them all the time, but it doesn't mean I get them. I never get them. And it's just like, what are you supposed to do if you don't have experience? How are you supposed to get a job? How are you supposed to get a better wage if these employers won't give you the experience, if they don't want to train? And that's another thing. It doesn't seem like anybody wants to train anymore. I've applied for apprenticeship positions and trades like plumbing. Haven't heard anything back. HVAC, haven't heard anything back. And it doesn't seem like people really want to take the time to train you anymore, because they already want somebody who has experience, because they just see you as a liability. And it's like, well, you're going to keep looking until you can find somebody who has experience, I guess, because, you have all these people that want to work, right? And employers just love saying that nobody wants to work, but then you call them and you find out the wages are too low, and they don't want to give you the job anyway, because they already want you to have 4 or 5+ years of experience in the field that you want to learn, and you can't get experience without working. So it's just like you're screwed either way. But it's just like, I don't understand what to do anymore. I was watching, I don't know if any of you watch these channels, but I was watching one, he's not well known at all, Unemployed Zoomer, talk about this, and I was watching another one called Millennial Steam, and he was just talking about this as well. Like, Millennial Steam makes a lot of videos about today's economy and the exploitation of workers. But he was talking about this as well. It's like, if the only reason he got the job he got was because he had decades of experience in the field that he was in, and it wasn't even for the degree that he'd studied. He applied for a good paying job in IT, and the only reason he got that job was because he had been working on computers since he was a little kid. So I don't have experience in anything that I've been doing since I was little, but I mean, so it's like I don't have years of experience in anything except with the jobs I've already done, like machine operator, warehouse, ECT. So getting to that next step just seems like near impossible, unless somebody's willing to give you a chance here. And I've even applied for jobs out of state. I've applied for jobs in Wisconsin, which is obviously, Wisconsin's bordering Illinois. So I've been applying for jobs in Wisconsin too, and to no avail. Like, there's nothing, there's no employers that have really, like, wanted to give me a chance out there either. So it's just like, you know, it's like today's economy is like, it's like putting a coin in a, in a claw machine, or putting a coin, or it's like putting your money in a claw machine or a lottery, or a slot machine, and expecting you to win the lottery, or expecting to get like the toy out of the claw machine. Like, it's just not going to happen. You're not going to get the better paying job. You know, it just seems like it's all random chance now, just like putting a coin into a claw machine. Like, you don't get that toy because you tried. No, you get it because the algorithm of the machine, after so many people attempt to get that toy, that's when the claw picks it up and gives it to you. It's the algorithm of the machine. It's not the fact that you just got, it's not the fact that you have skill. It's just that you got lucky. And that's what it seems like it's today. It's just luck. It has much more to do with luck and connections than it does with actually, applying yourself and applying for the jobs and writing cover letters, and just putting forth hard work. So, um, I guess that's the end of the video. I don't really know what else to say. I don't know whether or not I'm going to take this room or not. I guess I'm going to, since I don't really have another choice. I can't really stay with my friend too much longer, and now that I'm working, now that my job again is over an hour away, I kind of have to find a halfway point. So I guess what I'm gonna end up doing is taking this room, even though I don't know these people. I met them once, and just see what happens, and hope I don't get scammed. I'm talk with them tomorrow, and because I left without answering. I left without asking some questions I wanted to ask because I completely forgot. So I guess I'm gonna go back and talk with them tomorrow and see, see what, like, how it's gonna work. If there's gonna be a contract I'm gonna sign, so they can't say I didn't pay my rent or anything, or what's gonna happen. But it's I just don't know. I'm just trying to figure out when my life's gonna start. Like, I don't feel like an adult at 30 years old. And having two narcissistic parents that infantilized me, that didn't help either. That really stunted my growth mentally. Um, so it's like, I I know a lot of our generation, millennials or in Gen Z. I know a lot of you guys feel this way, where like you just feel like you're waiting for your life to start. Like, why? It's I just feel like at 30, I feel like my life should have started a long time ago. Like, it sucks because a lot of us are just not reaching the milestones that our parents did, like buying the house, and having a family, and having a excuse me, the light turned off, like having a nice car, and like having kids and all these things. Like, we're not able to do any of these things anymore because there's the dollar of the value of the dollar has gotten so low. Like, we can't support ourselves anymore. We can't buy a house. We can't pay rent. Food's too expensive. Like, everything's too expensive, you know? And like, it's just like, what are we supposed to do? What, what can we do to counteract this? Like, I don't know what else to do, you know? Like, I don't feel, like I said, I'm sure a lot of you feel like this, the way we just don't feel like adults. Like, like, the wages are low. The companies don't want to pay. They don't offer health insurance. And then on top of that, to make us feel even worse, they offer these stupid pizza parties. Oh my God. And that's a whole nother video I can get into. But like, the employers don't treat their employees like adults. They treat them like children. Like, they throw parties and they throw pizza parties and they give out gift cards, and they have these field days or for like employee appreciation, but we don't want any of that. We need real wages. We need real money. We can't pay the bills without real money. We can't pay the bills with pizza parties and employee appreciation days and playing, foosball. Like, we need real money. We need to be treated like adults, and we need more employers willing to train new people. I just don't know. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's getting to the point where like people can't live anymore. Like, if you do a Google search right now, I forgot what the article was, but it said that like around 64% of Americans right now are living paycheck to paycheck. That's no coincidence. That's not people. Sure, it could be some people, but that's not people just pissing away all their money. Like, people are struggling out here. People are not able to pay their bills anymore. These checks do not suffice. They cannot pay their bills with these checks. They cannot feed their families. They can't buy food. They can't pay rent. Like, this is getting really, really bad out here. And, and hopefully 2024 will be better, but, there's only so much you can do. So, I'm going to end the video here, guys. It was a little depressing, but I'm just feeling a little down. Let me know your let me know your thoughts. Put a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know how you guys are doing out there. If you guys are struggling, if you guys are doing all right, you guys need to live with more than one person. Let me know what's going on. But until next time, guys, my name is Brandon. This has been Deconstructing Narcissism, and I'll hope for a better 2024. All right, see you guys in the next video. Take care.